Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks so much for joining me on this very cold Sunday morning. Today I've got the new solar Speedtimer chronograph from Seiko. This is model number SSC815. And guys, I like this watch. I'm not crazy about it, really only because of the colorway. I think I should have probably gotten one of the other two colorways of this watch, which is the panda version or the khaki version. I'll show you a couple little screenshots of those. It's still a really legible watch, and it feels like it's crazily, is that even a word? Crazily. It's really well built, but I'm not crazy about this particular colorway. So anyway, let's go ahead and check this thing out. All right, guys, we'll get into this watch, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like this or any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. As y'all know, I get a very small commission if you buy from my Amazon store, so I definitely appreciate it. I'll also try to make sure to put the links for the other colorways, the Panda, which of course is the black and the white, and then the khaki version down there as well if you want to get one of those. Again, I mean, I like this watch. You know, it's just, maybe I should have gotten one of the other colorways. But anyway, so you're looking at a normal Seiko box, nothing big here. Y'all seen these boxes a million times. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. There's your first look at it. And it's a good looking watch, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love the way it looks. It's just so dark with that dark blue and then the black dials. Thankfully, you have those really white hour and minute hands to kind of contrast that dark blue dial. See how even the indexes kind of fade into the dial, the black. You know, it's just, again, I think that white colorway or the khaki is probably a better option if you're looking for ultimate visibility on one of these watches. But still, it's a good looking watch for sure. Absolutely. You got those applied indexes. In fact, let me go and take it out. Let me show you here. Take it off its pillow. And of course, you know what you get at the bottom. All right, come on now. Get off the pillow. There we go. All right. Of course, you know what you get at the bottom here. All right. You get your little warranty card. There you go. There's the warranty card. No manual with this one. You know, a lot of manufacturers these days are not putting manuals and or warranty cards. You're basically doing everything online right now. And Seiko and Citizen are really kind of at the forefront of doing that. You don't see too many manuals, warranty cards, even like, you know, literature like advertisements inside their watch boxes anymore. They're really kind of, you know, pushing everybody to do that stuff online. So let's go ahead and put everything back up. We'll talk more about this watch. And these are supposed to harken back to the days, like back in the 60s when Seiko first kind of brought these out. That's what these are supposed to kind of, you know, basically Seiko is like reminiscing. You know, Seiko is very famous for doing reboots, reissues, reimaginations. They do this with a ton of their watches. And it can be a little confusing, honestly. I mean, you've got the old Turtles, you've got the old Pogue models, you got the old Speedtimers. You know, you got the Captain Willards, you got, I mean, there are just so many reissues of older Seiko watches. They also have a mechanical version of this, which is about $3,000. And it's really nice. But I like these solar watches, man. I think it's a good, I think you get a good value. You're getting a lot of watch for the money. This actually has a sapphire crystal. Holy crap. Thank you, Seiko. My jaw dropped when I saw it actually had a sapphire crystal. These are one of the V192 movements. The actual action on the chronograph, it's not that fast. It kind of takes its time going back. It's not really quick. But it's a great looking watch. It's solar powered. But anyway, let me go ahead and go over the basic specs, then we'll talk more about this thing. And I'll let y'all make up your mind and see if you like this watch. So you're looking at a 39mm stainless steel case. It's 13.3 millimeters thick. It's 45.5 millimeters lug-to-lug. Comes on a 20 millimeter stainless steel bracelet. It's water resistant to 100 meters, which is 330 feet. Again, you get the V192 movement with about a 6-month battery life. And again, shockingly, you get a curved sapphire crystal with AR coating. I can't believe it, man. And then again, if you want to check out all the other specs, check down there in the description field, like, cause you know, it's about 160 grams. Of course, it's got LumiBrite. You got a fixed bezel. You get a date function. You don't get a day function. Non-screw-down crown, non-sign crown too, by the way. And, you know, the Caseback is screwed down. So anyway, if you want to check all that stuff again, check down there in the description field. So again, I like this watch. I like the colorway. I just wish it wasn't quite as dark, man. Again, I keep harping on that, but that's for me kind of a big deal. But then again, on the flip side, again, you've got those, you know, those nice white hour and minute hands that really contrast all of that darkness on the dial and the chronograph subdials. And if you notice down here, you got your little power indicator, your power reserve indicator down there at 6 o'clock, which is really nice. I love that. I love watches with power indicators, whether it be an automatic or a quartz watch, you know, like a solar watch like this. I like to know how much time I've got left before I either need to recharge the watch or I need to, you know, wind it up or, you know, shake my wrist and make the watch automatically wind itself. So I like that. Nice fixed bezel, good looking bezel. I mean, that's basically a tachometer on the outside. Over on the right-hand side, you have a 24-hour dial. On the left-hand side, you have got a 60-minute timer dial. Again, you've got your date over there at about 4 o'clock. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of worthless. Unless you're looking at it in direct light, that date is a little worthless. They should have maybe put some sort of border around it or maybe raised it up to the dial a little bit more, because if you have any sort of shadow, that date is very, very hard to read. The build quality, fantastic. I mean, man, it just feels like it's very well built. You got some nice pushers there. Again, a non-signed, non-screw-down crown over there at 3 o'clock. Man, it's a good-looking watch. Really, really good-looking watch. You got a hidden buckle in a way. It's like a hidden clasp. There you go. And you have a milled scissor clasp, which is really cool. Very nice. Here's your case back. Again, a whole bunch of laser etching. It's a screw-down case back. Solid links. Nicely, you know, highly polished links on the edges. I mean, Seiko does that a lot with a lot of their bracelets, where they'll polish the edges and then mostly brush the top surfaces. Nice buckle there. Again, I love that milled scissor clasp. There's the rest of the bracelet. It's a good looking watch for sure, man. But I think, guys, let me go and show you these other versions. There is the Panda version, which is I believe it's the 813. Let me see here. Yeah, that's the 813. And then I'll go ahead and pop up the khaki version. That's actually, I think that's meant for another market, because on Seiko USA, they don't even have it on their site. But I think these are also, there's also a made in Japan version of these. And I think that might have been meant for the Japanese market. But that's the SSC815. Man, that's a great looking watch too. Good grief. And again, to me, just a little bit, you know, easier to read. A little bit better visibility, actually a lot better visibility. I think just the colorway works better. You know, the black and white is classic. That khaki is classic. And again, to me, this is just a little bit too dark, but still a very nice watch. Man, I could review Seikos for the rest of my YouTube career and never get bored with them. They have so many different watches. I mean, I think they're, you know, I've always liked Seiko. Really, really always like Seiko. I do think you get a lot for your money. Sometimes Seiko is a little bit slow to come around with the current trends, like putting more sapphire crystals in their watches. They really need to start doing that. And some other things. But man, I mean, I think this is a nice watch. I really do. Good looking watch for sure, man. You know, I wouldn't even say this is like a poor man's Daytona. It's totally different. Obviously, it's, you know, it's not an automatic. It's a solar powered watch. But it is a good looking watch. It does remind me of those old chronographs from Seiko back in the day. Because I remember when I was a kid, when I was like 10 or 12, when I first kind of realized, you know, what watches were, what was out there. I remember seeing a Seiko chronograph a long, long time ago. I was like, what the heck is that? Didn't know what a chronograph did. And obviously, a lot of people buy these chronograph watches, and I don't think they even use the chronograph function. I mean, who times stuff that often? I mean, maybe some people do, but I know I don't. I think it just looks cool. And if you do need to time something, maybe you're a cook or you're an athlete. I mean, it is a nice functionality to have. But I know I would never use a chronograph in my day-to-day life. But I guess, you know, some people do, because Seiko still makes a ton of them. So let's go ahead and show you the chronograph feature there. All right, let's go ahead and stop it, reset, and watch how slow it goes. Just taking its time. Taking its time. Now, a lot of those mecha quartzes, those are quick. Those are really a hybrid between a mechanical and a kind of a quartz movement. So if you were to get one of these mecha quartz movements, when you reset it, that hand is going to reset instantly. It's really, really cool. But this V192 movement, again, it just takes its time when you reset the watch, which is no big deal, but you know, there you go. So really good looking watch, man. So let me go try this thing on for you guys. On my 8-inch wrist, a lot of you ask, you know, what's your wrist size? Now you know. This is a tad small. I'd probably have to use one of the micro adjustments to open this up just a smidge. Good looking watch, man. Good looking watch. All right, let's go ahead and kill the studio light, kill the monitor, and let's check out this LumiBrite, Seiko's famous LumiBrite. Now, they have like little beige indexes filled with LumiBrite. So let's see, I'm sure it's just the normal green LumiBrite color, but the actual dial, the indexes are wow, look at that. That's cool looking. The second hand, holy Moses. It doesn't have any lume on it, but under fluorescent light, a UV light. Good Lord, that thing is bright as hell, man. So there you go. There are your indexes. Looks like you got a tiny little luminous pip. I mean, a just absolute tiny one right there on the sword of the second hand. As you can see right below the 12 o'clock index. Holy Moses, that is like the tiniest luminous pip I've ever seen on a watch ever. Let me see if I can get some of that brightness of the, yeah, there you go. See the second hand? Good grief, look how brightly that thing shines under UV light. That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. And that dial has like a sand-blasted texture. Good looking watch. So it looks like the second hand and the power reserve hand glow incredibly bright under UV light. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, guys, tell me what you think about this one, man. Do you like this colorway? Do you like the Panda or the Khaki better? Do you like chronograph watches at all? Do you ever use a chronograph watch? Would you maybe want to opt for the more expensive mechanical version, again, which is about $3 grand? Those are not cheap watches. And those pushers are a lot bigger than these. So actually, let me go show you that one. I don't know the model number off the top of my head. I'll research it and put it on the screen for you. But there's the mechanical version, the automatic version of this. Good looking watch, man. Again, I just don't have any use for chronographs in my day-to-day life, but some of y'all might, and you know, more power to you. So, and this might be, you know, one of the options you're thinking about getting. So again, I'll make sure to put a link in the description field so you can head on over to Amazon and pick one of these up. They're about $445. They range between like $450 to $500. That Khaki version is going to be a little bit more if you want to check one of those out. But again, I'll go ahead and put links to all three on my Amazon channel if you want to check out those watches. And guys, that's really about it. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. I do appreciate it if you decide to do that. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care. Bye.